YouTubers, Rich here from 2RC Productions here, and it is January 1, 2018. So I want to start off by wishing everybody a happy new year and a blessed year. I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody's happy. Hope everybody's doing well in relationships and job and financial and all those things. Health is the main thing. If you don't have health, you don't have nothing. Doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're not healthy, none of that means anything, because even the most money in the world can't buy happiness. But if you do have your health, and you do have relationships, and you have a good marriage, and you have a family and kids, and you have a lot of money, then your stress level in life and other obstacles that you may face shrink dramatically. I myself am thankful on a daily basis of the things that I have, the things that I'm able to do, my family, my wife, my kids. I couldn't be more thankful. I thank God every day for the things that I have, for my job. I love my job right now. I've been working at the same plant for over 8 years. I love working there. I've never loved my job more than this place that I've been working at, and every day that I'm there is a blessing. My relationship with my wife is awesome. I mean, we have our differences, we have our fights like everybody else does. Sometimes you get mad at each other, and then you get over it and you move on. Some people don't have that. I hear stories of, guys, friends, or people on the job that just don't have that. They don't want to be home with their wife. I know guys that are looking Monday to find out where the work is for Saturday and Sunday because they just cannot stand being at home, don't like being with their wives. I love being home with my family. I love being with my wife. And these are things that don't necessarily come easy. And when you do have them, you have to be thankful for them. I'm also very thankful that I'm able to enjoy in the RC hobby along with real cars. It wasn't always that way. I had a lot of times where I was struggling financially and, job uncertainty and economy. And I have these things because I work hard. My wife works hard. If I didn't work, I wouldn't have these things. I need to work to maintain what I have. So it's not like I have, this abundance of millionaire cash sitting in front of me. And the reason I'm talking about that is I've known a few people in my life that are very, very well off. And whether the person changes or not on the surface, I know that generally people change on the inside when they have a lot of money. And I've always made a vow to myself, if I was ever to come into a certain amount of money, that I would never lose sight of where I came from, where I've been, the troubles I've had, and I would share that money with people. I would obviously take care of things that I need to take care of, if that meant paying my house off, or putting my kids through college, or supporting some of the hobbies I have, going on a trip. Of course you're going to do those things. But then relative to your income, I think it's important to share with people, and not necessarily, just throwing money out the window to different, charities that you don't know about, but maybe getting involved with a charity or organization or people that are having issues or whatever that you might know firsthand. There's a great reward in that. There's disconnect in just giving money to organizations, which I do, but you don't always know where it's going. You always have in the back of your mind, am I doing the right thing? Is this person, or I see the homeless people sometime when I'm driving, and I tell my kids, I'm like, look at how fortunate you are to go home and have a warm house to sleep in. These little things that we take for granted on a daily basis. And I think with charity, when you're giving money to people, I donate items, I give them a lot of money away, and I'm not on here telling you, oh, I do this. I'm just trying to make a point that you don't always know where the money's going. I do donate money and I give money, and in the end, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to give that guy money because he's going to go buy a bottle of wine, or he's going to do this. And in reality, I look at it as it's between me and God. If I donate and give to somebody, God is going to judge me accordingly. If the person takes the money and goes buys a bottle of wine and gets smashed that night, that's not on me. In my heart, I'm doing the right thing. So anyway, people with a lot of money sometimes seem to lose sight, and they get self-absorbed in the me, have more, gotta have more, gotta have more, gotta have more, gotta have more. And you forget about what's going on around you and, you know, just things in general. And I pray for everybody that is in that situation, because I feel that people that are in that situation have to have more, 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 more. I used to be that way. I used to be super envious and jealous of people if they got a nicer car than me, or they had a bigger house, or they bought this or whatever, and it would eat up on me. It would eat up on the inside. And the further I get along on my path to being a better Christian, I find that you start to lose that. As the Holy Spirit becomes stronger within you, you lose those things. You lose, it doesn't always go away. It's a battle. It's an uphill and it's a back. You're either going forward or you're going reverse in your faith. So you're either climbing the hill or you're going down the hill. And it's constant battle. You're constantly working yourself up there, and then you get knocked back a little bit. Maybe life things do it. Maybe yourself. You just get out of touch for a little bit. A lot of people, you feel like you're losing a little bit of faith in the battle, and then you got to rejuvenate yourself. You got to ask God for help to rejuvenate yourself. And I think that when you get on that path, you lose a lot of that, and you lose a lot of that stinginess, and you want to share with people, and you want to give people things, and you want to, you know, you receive joy in helping other people or doing things, whether it be not only monetary, just answering questions for someone, or taking the time to help somebody do something that's having trouble, or giving them some knowledge. I think that the YouTube channel is an outlet for that. I think that a lot of people will comment on stuff and ask me questions, and I'll take time out of the day and make a point to answer those questions. And again, when I tell you these things, it's not to pat Rich on the back, hey, good job, Rich. No, that's not what it's about. It's about that I'm doing these things because I feel that this is what I need to do. I feel it in here. So when I take time out and I'm answering questions for someone, no matter what the question is or whatever, if you follow my channel, YouTubers, you know that I answer all my questions. I mean, we're approaching 3,000 subs, and that's the other thing I want to talk about in this video, but we're approaching 3,000 subs, which is a substantial number for a small RC / muscle car channel. The car videos obviously are not as popular as the RC videos because we're not really out there in the car community like we are in the RC community. We've established ourselves a little bit. And our numbers, you know, if you compare us to big, you know, a lot of these larger channels, you'd be like, oh, 3,000 subs, big deal. But for a small channel starting out, and anybody who knows what it's like starting out on a small channel, it takes a lot to get your first 50 or your first 100. And to me, 3,000 subs is huge. It's a huge, huge deal. And I appreciate that. And all my comments are answered. If there's a comment that's not answered, it's because I never got a notification on it. Sometimes I'll go back in my videos and I'll look and I'll find out that I missed a comment, and it's like posted 2 months ago. And then I feel bad. I'm like, man, I missed that comment. I always try to do that. And it's a major turnoff. And again, these opinions and views are from Rich from 2RC Productions. It's not that you should feel this way or whatever. These are my views. When I comment on a channel, and there's a lot of channels that are maybe smaller than mine, and I see these people getting going, and I know what it was like when I was getting going, and I throw them a sub, I'll give them a comment, and I don't hear anything back on the comments, that's a major turnoff. If I comment on somebody's video, and they're not like a, you know, I get it. If you're RC Sparks caliber where you got millions of subscribers, it's very hard to answer all those questions. I get it, because sometimes I have a lot of questions to answer, and I'm very small. So I get it. But new channels starting out that are trying to drum up people to watch them and follow them, big no-no not to answer questions. Because I'm telling you, when I comment on something and I get nothing in response, not even an acknowledgement that you read my comment, it's a turnoff. I probably won't watch your stuff anymore, even if I do like the comments or the content that you do have. So that's my view on that. Getting back to the money thing, I feel that people lose sight of what's important, and people with a lot of money are always having to buy, and they have this hole right here in the center of their heart. It's a hole. It starts off like this, the envy hole. Like I used to have it. I used to be this way. I always wanted more. I wasn't satisfied. Why can't I be rich? Why can't I have more? Why can't I have more? Why can't I have more? And this is what happens when you have the means to fill that hole, or you think you could fill that hole, you just keep piling more in a hole, piling more in a hole. I gotta have this, I gotta have that, I want a bigger house, more cars, more of this, more of that, fancy clothes, take more trips. And what happens is you see the hole on the surface is like this, and you're packing in the items, right? All the materialistic items are being packed in this hole. And what happens is it falls out the backside. There's nothing behind it to catch it, so you never fill it. So the more you put in, the more you put in, the more you put in, it just falls out the backside. This is just my analogy. And what happens is people buy something, and everybody that buys something knows what I'm talking about. All these things that we do, these RC cars and stuff, it's for enjoyment. It's for, to keep our minds active, to keep us busy, to keep us interested in things other than work. You can't just work and have no recreation. You have to have interest. My interest, I'm going to be drinking water. So Rich Rambles here. I haven't had a Rich Rambles video in a while, but this is one. So you have to have a balance in life. Exercise, which I need to do more of because I've been packing on the poundage through the holiday season here, so I got to get back to it. Hobbies, got to have hobbies, got to work because you got to pay the bills, keep the lights on, put food on the table for the family. And you have to have fun. But the problem is when you never get satisfied and you just keep filling that hole and it never gets full. So you have instant gratification. You buy this and you're like, oh, this thing's awesome. You have that feeling when you first buy something that's new and it's cool, and then it wears off after a while. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And it doesn't matter what it is. I have the Mustang Bullet. I love the Mustang Bullet. It's not an expensive car now. Someday it may be worth some money, but it's not now. It was very affordable. You see I have it torn apart now because I'm going through the engine. It needs stuff. It's not like it was a, whatever. Let me just pull a car here. 1970 Dodge Challenger RT 446 pack, right? Super expensive car. Anybody that buys that car, let's say a $200,000 car, they're going to buy a $200,000 car. And that car, although it may have better build materials or it might be a little faster, a little bit more techy things on it, if it's an older car, it won't. It's not any different than any other car. It may give you a little better feel in driving, maybe a little faster, but it's still tin and plastic and rubber. That's what makes up a car pretty much. So I'm using cars as an example because I'm a car guy. So whether you spend $200,000 on a car or $10,000 on a car, it can give you the same gratification. You enjoy driving it, makes you feel good. You like, obviously you want people to look at it and go, wow, cool car, dude. Throw you a thumbs up, give you a compliment. That's all part of it. But when you get to these where you got to have all this stuff, it just gets to be a presentation for everyone else. Look at me, look at what I got, look at. And in yourself, you buy this, and then it's the same as me buying this or anything else. It's awesome in the beginning, and then after a while it loses its luster. But then there's certain things that you have favorites. Now, do I need all these RC cars in here? No, I don't. Do I enjoy collecting the RC cars? Yes. Where am I at now in my collection? I was thinking about this morning and reflecting on this, and this is what's kind of made me think about this with donations, holiday time, and so on. I'm getting to the point where there's certain vehicles that I don't use or I'm not that interested in anymore, and I think about what I'm going to start doing is I'm probably going to start donating some of the vehicles that I don't want. There's some that I'm going to keep just to have for the collection that I don't want to get rid of because, certain things you get rid of and then you regret it. I gave away a couple vehicles this week. I am probably going to give away a few other vehicles at a certain time. And please don't hit me in the comments and go, Rich, when are you giving all your stuff away? Because I don't like that either. I don't like when people are hitting me up and begging me and asking me for things and this and that. I don't do that to people. I don't like when people do it to me. But when I decide to do a giveaway, I want people to jump aboard then to take part in the giveaway. But I don't like, it's like anything else, like, dude, when are you going to give me something? Dude, when are you going to give me something? Dude, when are you going to give me something? Or people posting things on the internet. We've had these things where people are constantly posting and asking for money, GoFundMe accounts and all this kind of stuff. I don't have any tolerance for that. either, because I get up every day and go out in the cold and work a job. It's not a glorious job. I work a job, I get dirty, it's dangerous. I do that. I feel that everybody else should do that. Now, there's certain people that can't do that because of physical disabilities and so on, and or just opportunities that may have not come to them in life, and I get that too, and I feel for them people. But I look at what I got and I think, well, there's a few other cars that I want, but do I need 500 RCs? No, I do not. So you get to that point where you have to start to make a realization and think, well, if I'm outgrowing my spacer that I have in my hobby room, maybe it's time that I start cutting back on a few that I don't want, maybe getting a few that I do want, and then maybe in time I won't want those and weed out, you know. And I know some people sell things, and maybe I sell a couple, maybe I donate some, I don't know. But just what I'm thinking is, you know, when you start to outgrow your space and you start to have too much, it may be a time to take a look at what you got and what you really need, what, you know, what actually brings you joy. Do you have things collecting dust that you don't really use? Is there things around your house that you've had for years and years and you're like, at one time it was cool and now you probably will never use it again in your life? Donate it, give it away to somebody. These little things can make a huge difference in someone's life that maybe doesn't have the opportunities that me and you have, where we can buy these things. Maybe, you know, a small, simple RC car, like the dash cam Jeep, for instance, you know. I can go to the store and buy one of these. A lot of other people can go to the store and buy these. Maybe some people can buy 500 of them at one time, and it's no big deal. Some people, to get 60 bucks put together for this is a huge, huge deal. It may never happen to be out of reach. So I think by giving this away to somebody is a cool, cool thing, or donating to somebody something that maybe you don't use as cool. Maybe even they're not that misfortunate, but maybe they just, you know, maybe you just see that, wow, this could help somebody out. I noticed that dude doesn't have this and he can use it, whatever, and you donate something. I'm getting out a little bit of a ramble session here, but anyway, just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. I wanted to let you know where we're at. 2017 was a little weird year with the RC because I kind of was over, you know, involved with the car stuff, and I don't have all the time and the money in the world to do everything at once, so I have to take it in bits. And the bullet is apart now, you guys know that. I'm in the process. We lost the weather. Today is like -8 actual temperature. My garage is not heated. So I put that off for a little bit. You know, obviously it's too cold to do anything, so I kind of just bundled and wrapped everything up. Finished up with the seals and the springs, and I'm at the cam swap portion now, where I'm still uncertain. A few weeks ago I was set, I'm getting the cams, I'm going to order them, and then I had some things come up around the house. I had a couple of appliances break. We're working on Ryan's room, bought him a bed, got him a mattress. My couches are falling apart upstairs in my living room, which I've had since '03 when I moved in the house. So I decided to go order some furniture, so that money fund that I had put aside for the cams, I ended up using for something else. And then I'm back to the original point, to trying to decide, do I really want to alter the cams? Why do I really need the cams? Going back to my thing here again, what I'm talking about is, do I really need the cams? Well, I love the sound of the cams. They might add a little bit of horsepower, but it takes away from the originality of the car. The motor's apart, so that's why I'm like, maybe now's the time to put the cams in, which it would be awesome, because it's been a dream of mine to always have a cam vehicle, and I never have. But do I really need the cams? Could I use the money for something else on the car, like buying the, you know, wheels and tires, or, you know, updating the transmission, you know, or whatever, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But the bullet is still plugging along. I'm still stockpiling small items. I bought a few things for it yesterday, small parts. And we are kind of getting back into the RC a little bit. We've been doing some videos on RC. I'm getting a little more rejuvenated due to the fact that it is winter time, and it's the best time to kind of get into RC, not so much for the running outside, but for the indoor runners, the micro vehicles, and kits, building kits. So I had given a friend of mine the ECX amp kit. You guys know I've done an unboxing here. I donated that to his kids. He had a birthday party a while back that I missed. He's a good friend of mine, and I wanted to give the kids something cool. I had a gift card for him, and I'm like, you know what? I want to give the kids an RC. I've donated a couple vehicles to his kids before. Not, and I don't want to say donate because you know, he works with me. He's not. It's not like he's less fortunate or whatever. That's not the case. But he's not really an RC person and doesn't really know, you know, what to get, and he's learning. So I donated a couple vehicles to him for his kids to play with, and then I gave him the amp kit. And he just told me recently that he finished it and got it out running, and the kids loved it. So that was cool, and that's what I'm talking about. I bought that kit. I wanted to see what it was about. I wanted to build it. I wanted to see how it went together. I probably would have built it, filmed it for the channel, drove it a few times, and it probably would have sat on the shelf. Because there's other vehicles that, you know, maybe I would use, or I don't, you can't run all your vehicles at one time is my point. So anyway, it felt good to give him that thing. He's enjoying it, his kids are liking it, so that's cool. So there's a little update on that if anybody was wondering, because I haven't posted an update on that. So the rest of today's video, you guys know that I did a dash cam Jeep giveaway video last week, and I stated in the video that I would give it 1 week for the person to respond, and if they did not respond, that means that they're not following the channel, you know, and it could be legitimate. Maybe the person can't check the video, maybe they're on vacation, maybe they're this, maybe they're that. But my point is 1 week is long enough to check in if you're a follower of the channel. And I know, because I wasn't born yesterday, 4 to 5 years old now, that if people are following the channel and really watching 2RC Productions, because I know the people that are out there that are always commenting and, you know, saying something. I know there's people out there that watch, obviously, that aren't commenting. But when I don't hear anything or whatever, I see the subs going up a little bit, and then I got all these new people. You know, obviously they see giveaway and they want to get in on the giveaway, which there's nothing wrong with that. But my whole goal for this giveaway, which was donated by New Bright RC to the channel for a giveaway, and they stated, do whatever you see fit, how you want to do the giveaway, and this is what I'm doing, is that I want someone to get it that's a follower of the channel. You know, that's the whole purpose of this giveaway, is to give back to the subs, you know. So anyway, it's been a week, no response. I gave it all the way to the 31st because today is the 1st, January 1, 2018. No response in the comments, no response in Google+. I posted on the comment section at the top that I haven't received anything midweek. And if I don't receive anything, there'll be a new drawing. So at the end of this video, there is going to be a new drawing with the original 38 now, was 39, the 38 that were in this. And hopefully somebody responds back and I can get this bad boy sent out, because this dash cam Jeep is a really cool truck. You can see I have my other one that I've used that's out of the package. The scale detail in this thing, and the interior, and the bucket seats, and just the overall Jeep look and appearance, LEDs, incredible articulation, and the fact that it has an onboard camera that takes photos and streams live footage is just extremely awesome. And for a $59.99 price point, you get a lot of vehicle for the money. The other part of this video is we are approaching 3,000 subs. We're at 2,993 subs, I believe, as of this morning. We could be 3,000 anytime. I generally put up a video once a week. This video is put up today, which is Monday. I probably won't have another video till next week. We might end up hitting 3,000 subs tomorrow, today, end of the week, whatever. And I'm taking this time now because 2,993 is 3,000 to me, to thank all of the supporters of the channel. And I notice on the channel that a lot of times we don't have a ton of views on our videos. Some of the videos get a lot of views, some of them don't. And then I notice other channels, a lot of times there's people that have tons of views but not a lot of subs. And I don't really know how to take that. But to me, I take it as, if I'm going to sub to a channel, that means that I like the content the guy's putting out. I think it's a value. I think that in general, I like what they stand for. I like what they're doing. I like the channel. I'm going to sub the channel. There's times I watch videos, maybe on a lead or a new product that I want to buy or I'm thinking about buying. I'll watch a video. Maybe the video I get the info I need, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't sub, maybe I watch that video only once. So views in itself, in my opinion, the way I look at it, doesn't always shape the channel, because not everybody is going to watch every video. Maybe I put up a video that somebody's not interested. They're not going to watch that particular video, but because they're subbed and they're staying subbed, tells me that, hey Rich, maybe I'm not really into this video. Maybe I don't like the car stuff. I like the RC stuff better. But I'm still subbed to your channel because I like the content and I like what you're doing. I like, you know, it's a family thing you got going there. It's cool, and we're gonna stay subbed. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the subs, the comments. I love the comments because it lets me know, even though there's views on there and it might say 100 views or 200 views or whatever, and maybe in the comment section there's only 10 comments. By putting a comment every so often and just saying, hey Rich, I'm watching your vids, I'm out here, my name is, you know, obviously I'll know your name because you post, hey, checking out your stuff, been a sub for a while, just newly subbed, I like your stuff. It's cool because then it makes us feel like we're actually reaching people, and it's just not like going out there, and if you don't get responses on anything, even though there's views, you don't really know what anybody's taking from it. Are they watching the whole video? Are they watching 2 minutes and saying, screw this guy, I can't stand him, this guy's a moron, boop, turn it off? Or are they sticking around, enjoying the content? Are we bringing something of value? I always try to bring value to the videos, try to give good informative information, so people in the hobby or cars or whatever. This car thing is, you know, I've been into cars for years, since I was a kid. I tore an engine apart when I was 16 years old on my 71 Plymouth I had. Tore it all apart in the front yard, down to the block, replaced parts, you know, had the heads done, new headers. Did all this stuff myself as a 16-year-old kid that didn't have a lot of knowledge. I did it myself. I've been working on cars all through the years, off and on. Like the RC hobby, I get really heavy into it, and then I get out of it for a little bit, but the love is always there. This bullet job is a challenge to me because I've never worked on a single overhead cam engine. And I ask questions at certain times. I've asked questions, I've gotten some answers. You look at videos, everybody's got different answers. Some of the videos, it's like you see the dudes telling you how to do something, and then you see how the end result was, and it was a total train wreck. I've seen some videos on the bullet and their Stangs in general, swapping cams and stuff, and they're on there showing you just step by step how to do it. And then you watch like 4 videos later, the dude had issues, twisting the valve, clearance issues, this, that, never got it together, and then has to take it into a professional to get the thing done in the end. Well, to me, that's not good valuable information, and it remains to be seen how it's going to work out for me. I know I'll get this car running and I'll get it back together and it'll work, but it's nerve-wracking because I don't have endless funds to pour into this thing. I can't mess up the timing or, you know, not prime the oil pump and have the engine scatter or something. Now that thing's going to be parked for a long time because I have other priorities that take my funds away from the car fund. I have a certain amount of money that I can put into RC or the real cars. And if I have a major setback, like something I screw up on the engine, and then the engine costs me, you know, thousands to fix, it's going to be down. I don't have that. I have other priorities. So to me, any information that I can put forth of value is valuable to other people, that maybe they can, you know, see what we're doing here, see that we're trying to always put the truth out there, and they can take away some value of what we're telling them. I try to get good information, solid information. I'm a millwright by trade, so I work on equipment, machinery, and I have an understanding how things work, and that helps me out when I do something that's outside of my comfort zone, or, you know, outside of the box. So I've been posting videos on the bullet, and I understand if you're not rebuilding an engine on a Mustang 4.6 liter, you're gonna probably watch a video and be like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing, Rich. It really doesn't affect me, and I get that. But my hope is by putting those videos out there, I don't want to discourage our subs that are here to see RC videos or just like car videos in general, but don't like the technical side or the repairs. But I'm hoping that maybe somebody will come across that video at some point and say, oh man, this helped me out. Now I see exactly what you're doing, because when I was looking, I didn't see the information, so I always try to put that out there. The next order of business, man, this is going to be a long video, guys, and I apologize, but I haven't addressed you guys in a long time like this. I haven't had a Rambles video or a combination video with a bunch of information all in one. And I don't chop edit my videos. You guys will notice that. There'll be a cutaway here and there when I'm breaking away and going to another scene. But everything that I'm shooting here is live and continuous. Whenever I talk to you, I don't keep chop editing like a lot of people like to do. A lot of the young guys like to do that, where say 2 words, chop edit, say 2 words, chop edit, say 2 words, chop edit. It's all right here live as I'm saying it, what's coming out of my, out of my head from the heart. This is what it is. Next order of business. RC Frenzy X10 from New Bright RC. The car was given to me by New Bright RC. It was a sponsored vehicle, which is awesome. I want to thank New Bright. I've thanked them before. I want to thank them again for sending me the vehicles. They are the first company that has sent me vehicles to test and review, and I love that. I love it especially when they're good products to review. If I was getting products that were junk, I would just tell the person that was sending them, be like, dude, I don't like your stuff. I think it's chintzy. I might not make a big deal on the channel and make, you know what, this guy sent me this, a pile of crap. I don't want it. I wouldn't do that, but I would inbox them and say, hey, dude, you know what, not really what I'm looking for on the channel. Maybe send it to somebody else. Not my thing. I'm not going to promote junk on my channel. I'm not going to say something's great if it's not. I'm going to give you the shortcomings, and I'm going to give you the positives. So they sent me this RC Extreme, brushless power, 20-mile-an-hour top speed, New Bright RC, which is something they've never done. It is bridging the gap between hobby grade and toy grade. New Bright is a toy grade RC company, so don't mistake them. You're going to find them in toy stores, Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, so on. These are the stores that carry them. You're not going to walk into a hobby shop and find them. And I think it's awesome that they are taking the time and the effort to build vehicles that cross that range. Not everybody has a hobby shop in town by them. Not everybody knows about hobby shops. Well, if a kid says, I want an RC car, Dad, I want a fast one for Christmas or whatever, and they go in there and they're looking around, Santa's going to look for RC car for little Johnny. And he goes in there and Santa says, man, little Johnny really wants one of these things. He's looking around. He says, man, New Bright's got this RC Extreme. I'm going to check it out. It's a little higher in the price range, $159, which is up there. But if the vehicle performs and does what it should, man, this is huge, because you just don't have that in toy grade RCs. So I get this truck and I'm blown away right off the bat. In fact, let me grab the truck. I was going to change camera view, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over it right here in front of you. So, this is the RC Frenzy from New Bright. Here's the chassis. You can see it's dirty. It's got leaves and dust and that. I was putting this bad boy through the test, I'm telling you. I was punishing it. I was flipping it, rolling it, smashing into stuff. We're testing this huge bumper they put in the front. It's a brushless powered 380 size brushless motor, full suspension, friction dampeners, big large tires and wheels, very detailed, very cool body. It's like a stadium truck / truggy style body. I'll show you that real quick. Those of you who have seen this know, I don't know if you guys checked out my choice pajamas here too that my wife bought me. Pretty awesome. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the video. So here's the Frenzy body, which you can see is very cool, very detailed. But we're not going to really talk about the body too much because I want to talk more about the vehicle. So upon arrival from the vehicle, I also got to grab the links here. This has been an ongoing thing for some time, from the time I first got the vehicle. And I wanted to get all the information together and give the vehicle a good review, check it out, test it, and before I let you guys know the whole story and my findings. What had happened upon arrival? I noticed that Tim from RC Noob, who's a friend of mine, had posted a video this morning on the links, the updated links. I had contacted New Bright after they sent the vehicle, after I got it out of the box. Those of you who might know, when I opened it, the vehicle seemed to have excessive toe in, and I noticed it right away outside the box, but I thought, well, we won't know how it handles till we run it. Now, handling in loose dirt and stuff, not so much a big deal, but on the tarmac with these grippy tires, the excessive towing made the vehicle almost uncontrollable on the tarmac. It was very, very touchy, uncontrollable, unpredictable initially. So right away after my first test, I had contacted New Bright, and I had told them what I had found. And I told them that I checked the vehicle over, I tried to make adjustments, and I felt that it was a design flaw, that the steering geometry was off. And they were awesome, exactly what I would expect. New Bright was fantastic. They immediately contacted me back and said that they would send it to the design team, they would check it out and get back to me. Within that day, within that evening, Josh from New Bright had responded to me and told me that they had sent out us the pre-production models. They thanked me for pointing out the shortcoming. They had tested themselves and they realized that it needed to be addressed, and they were working on new links, testing them, adjustable links that day for to improve it, and they were going to send them out to me. And this was an email trail. So they had sent me the new links and they had them preset. I had changed them a few degrees after I got them, but you can see them there. They're adjustable, that they had put together to get me up and running to continue, because I told them that I would not continue reviewing the vehicle until I made changes on the links. I was even considering fabbing my own up and then showing, you know, what was going on. But New Bright was so cool about it that they initially jumped on it and took care of it. So within a day or two, I had these links that I had put on there. And then I went back out on the road and I did some more testing, and it made the truck handle like night and day. It was made the truck handle the way it should. And I knew before I even tested that by changing the tow out, it would have took care of it. So one, I want to state that New Bright was awesome for listening to my feedback and taking care of the situation. I then contacted Tim from RC Noob, and I told him of the situation and asked him if they had notified him. And they also took notice and took the time to contact Tim and mention about the links, what they had found, and that they were working on some new ones and whatever, and they were sending out new ones. So I talked to him about that, and my concern was for the consumer, and that's why I was waiting to get all my facts together and everything together, is that I didn't want, because Tim and myself were the only ones to get these vehicles, which was extremely cool. They had a brand new release that they confided in Tim and myself to review the vehicle before it was even released to the public, which is awesome. It's a great honor, and again, I appreciate that. So I mentioned that to Tim. He said, "Oh, that's good to know, Rich. That's great that you mentioned it, whatever." He said, "Yeah, they mentioned and they were going to send me something, or they mentioned that the steering was off. Maybe they didn't send him these adjustable ones, but they did mention to him about the steering issue." So then I tested the vehicle. I got back in touch with New Bright. I said, "Awesome, guys, awesome, awesome, awesome." And this, for all you consumers out there that say that New Bright is a crappy company or whatever, there's people out there that, "Oh, that stuff's junk, I don't like New Bright," whatever. This is what you would expect from a company. There was a mistake made. They send vehicles to RC guys like myself to test. I find a discrepancy, I report it to them, they immediately take care of the situation. Now what I didn't know was this going to trickle down to the consumer? Was the consumer going to get a vehicle that has the proper tow in, or was it too late and the production models were going to get sent out? And I was waiting to see what happened. So then I noticed that Tim put this video up and was talking about the replacement link, which just came to me a couple days ago. They had contacted me and told me that they had retooled the center link, not the tie rods. I told them about the tie rods, which the tie rods would correct it, or the center link. I don't know if you can see this. So by tie rods, we're talking about these pieces here that tie to the wheel. And then you have the center link in the center here where my finger is. And that length also does the same thing as the tie rod would do. So what they did was they shortened up the center link for the steering, and they retooled it. So this one here was a bench built piece you know, to see if it would help. Then they retooled this. So now they are, I don't know if the production models, I want to say the production models, they changed them before they sent them out. So once they were aware of the problem, before the production models came out, and that's what I was afraid of and didn't want to happen, and that's why I contacted them as well. I contacted them because I wanted to protect the consumer, but I also wanted to protect New Bright so they didn't release the vehicle and get all kinds of flack from people that are spending $159 on an RC and then realize it doesn't handle right, and then they're going to say the vehicle is a pile of junk when it's not a pile of junk. It was just an oversight in the design. So they resent the links, which I have this one set, like I said, and I changed it a couple degrees even from the factory setup. So I saw Tim posted this, and he was talking about it, and then I wanted to post this video today and talk about it as well, that I received the links. The production models are supposed to be changed like this, so anybody that buys one is not going to have to worry, because they are going to have the proper parts installed. Kudos to New Bright for taking care of this situation, so their reputation could stay intact and they could show people how serious they are about producing a good product and taking care of the consumer. So good job, New Bright. I'm happy about that. Next, getting on to the vehicle itself. This vehicle is fantastic. I am a hobby grade RC guy. I like toy grades too. I've been into hobby since the mid 80s. Those of you that follow me know this. This vehicle is like something I've never seen on the market. Is there areas that could be improved? For sure. The only shortcoming I see in this vehicle is the fact that for whatever reason the mold on the tires, the foams inside, I'm not sure what it is, caused it to have a little bit of high spot, like the tire itself is not completely true or balanced. So when you're on the tarmac, you can get a little bit of hop, not hop, but a little bit of bouncing. That's the only thing that I saw that was kind of an annoyance. The rubber compound itself, the grippiness, the softness, fantastic. The rib tires in the front, fantastic. The overall size of the tires, perfect. They let you get up and over obstacles that many RCs, even hobby grades, would not allow. Lithium ion power. You don't have to worry about the fire hazard like the lipos. Comes with a balance charger. Gets plenty of power. Long battery life. I was running this thing 20 minutes, half hour on a single charge, which is fantastic. 2.4 gigahertz power. An actual servo, digital proportional throttle, and steering control. Fantastic, right? Could the servo in the front be a little stronger? Absolutely. I am going to mod this vehicle out in the future, and first thing I'm probably going to do is change out the servo to a high torque model to give it a little more snap. Does it work fine in the stock form? Is it fun to drive? Absolutely. Have I abused it? Yes. I look at the plastic parts, the links, and I wonder, are these parts going to hold up? Are they strong enough? I'm hitting stuff, I'm flipping it, I'm banging. You can see some of the run videos we did. I ran into gravel, the dirt, jumping curbs with it. Nothing has broke. Now, I have suggested to New Bright about coming out with accessories for this. I haven't heard back as far as what they have in mind for line of products. They're probably going to see how the vehicle does, how it sells. I think it's a must that this vehicle have pop-ups and replacement parts at the minimum. So these steering parts, links, A-arms should be able to buy parts at the $159 level. And that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. I'm saying they're probably going to do that. I'm saying the shocks, if they didn't offer the shocks, you could use any aftermarket shock that would fit this size would go on there. As far as A-arms, drive shafts, links, New Bright needs to have specific A-arms, links, and so on to change if you were to break anything. Tires and wheels, not that big of a deal. Can get stuff like that. Shocks can get stuff like that. Batteries can get stuff like that. The motors can replace the motors, can upsize the motor. That's not a problem. But all the frenzy specific parts definitely should be available for the consumer to buy. Big, huge bumper in the front, which is an awesome thing to do for a kid's vehicle, especially the speeds. This thing has a lot of power. 20 miles an hour all day, like they said. But the key is with this, it's extremely torquey, which you get from the brushless power plant. When you stamp this throttle, it's not a lazy get up to 20 mile an hour lazy. I mean, when you put the hammer down, you know, you could tell the torque. In the grass, I mean, it wants to lift the front end up. You hit it in the gravel and dirt, I mean, it just throws gravel and dirt. I mean, just, I've never seen this in a toy grade because it's never existed till now. So on the whole, would I recommend buying this? Absolutely. If you got $159 and you want to buy something for a kid, you want a solid vehicle, absolutely I would buy it. I definitely think there needs to be replacement parts though. That is the only hampering in this vehicle, is that other hobby grade vehicles in this price range you could buy. You're not going to get a brushless one in a 110 vehicle that I know of, unless it's some off-brand, China off-brand from somewhere, maybe. But any of the hobby grade vehicles, you're not going to get a brushless in a 110 scale package at a 159 price range. It's not going to happen. You can get some 118s that, but not 110. So they need to offer parts replacement. But comes with the car, comes with the battery, comes with the charger, comes with the radio, comes with the batteries for the radio, fully ready to run package. So that's what I got to say about the new Bright Frenzy. In other news, I had also had a YouTube, I wish I could remember his name because I'd like to mention his name on the channel. I'll put it in the comments when I go back and search, but there was one of my YouTubers, followers, that had mentioned that he could not find the MT28 Team Associated 128 scale monster truck on the Associated website, and wanted to know, after watching our video, wanted to know where it was. And I was shocked because I just bought this maybe a month ago. I bought this brand new release. As soon as it came out, I got it. I look on Team Associated's website, no vehicle. I look at Tower Hobbies, no vehicle. So then I had also contacted Tim from RC Noob. I always like to take mention to people, if they, like this YouTube subscriber like Tim, any information given to me, or somebody points me in a direction of something, or shows me something I never seen, I always try to make a point to mention them on the channel and give credit where credit is due. So I also want to mention Tim and the fact that I called him and asked him if he heard anything about it, and he was checking on it. He was contacting Team Associated, and he said he didn't hear nothing back yet, but he was going to contact me. He also said that the Proline Ambush he thought was maybe discontinued, but he was checking on the information on that as well. So if I do get any information, I will let you know. But I have to say, just from previous knowledge, that if they did suddenly get rid of this vehicle, it had to be for some kind of legal reasons. This vehicle is bulletproof. It's the same platform as the SC28, which has been around for a while. I have had no issues. I had the SC28. I bought it last year. I donated it. I gave it away. You couldn't get them at the time. I donated it in a giveaway. I haven't bought another one, but I did get the MT28. And Team Associated also released the RC28, which is the RC10 clone, which I also saw Tim posted on that. And they also came out, when I went on their website, I noticed they had a short course Fox pickup truck that they came out with, and then they also came out with one of their older stadium truck replicas, but no MT28. So I'm hoping that this comes back, because what makes this truck so awesome, on the fact that it's just a fun, smooth, awesome operating vehicle, fun for indoors, is that the monster truck comes with the larger tires, which really assists in the terrain. So if I get any information on this, if you guys have any information on the MT28, please leave it in the comment section. Alright, so the next part of the video, I'm going to break away and I'm going to go over to the bench, and we are going to do, I'm going to pull the random selector up on my phone, and I'm going to draw another name from our list. So stay tuned, I'm going to break away, get right back to it. Alright YouTubers, Rich here, we're back, and we are going to finish up this video with a drawing, a second drawing with 3 runners up is what I'm going to do. So this way I have 2 more tries if the person that wins doesn't get a hold of me. So what we're going to do is I have the number selector here. I'm going to punch in 39 because that's the number of our original group. If 28 comes up, we're going to do a redraw, because Brian, who was the winner, did not contact me in a week's time span like I stated in the rules. So that's why we're doing this drawing. So what I'm going to do, this is the first name out of 3. Generate, number 21. Number 21, JD Sniper Head.
JD Sniper Head, and his number is 21. Okay, next number, generate 28. Brian Barnhart, we got to redo because he already won and didn't contact me. Number 9, Lizard Boy Gaming 24. Lizard Boy Gaming 24. Lizard Boy Gaming 24. His number is 9. 9. We'll generate the last number, 30. Frank Buck. Frank Buck. Number 30. Now what's going to happen is we're going to keep hitting generate till one of these numbers comes up, and that will be the winner of the 3. And then we'll do the same thing for the next one. Generate 23. It's none of them. Do it again. 12. No winner. 13. No winner. 2. No winner. 39. No winner. 9. 9. Lizard Boy Gaming, you are the number 1 slot. Lizard Boy Gaming 24, you are the number 1 spot. Now I'm going to keep drawing till either 21 or 30 comes up. That'll be the number 2 slot. 25, no winner, or no runner-up. 15, no runner-up. 37, no runner-up. 15, no runner-up. 38, no runner-up. 35, no runner-up. 11, no runner-up. 21, JD Sniper Head is number 2. And then number 3 is Frank Buck. So Lizard Boy Gaming, you need to get me your information ASAP. Leave it on Google+. Post on the channel in the comment section. Get a hold of me. We'll figure it out. Email, whatever. Get me your mailing information so I can send you out the dash cam Jeep from New Bright RC. You are the winner. If you do not contact me within 1 week, which will be, where we at? Monday the 1st, by next, say, Sunday the 7th. If you do not contact me by Sunday the 7th, you know what? I'll give you till Monday the 8th. Let's see. Yeah, I'll give you to Monday the 8th, and then I'm gonna have to post a video somewhere in here. We're gonna call it the 7th. We're gonna post this video. It'll be up today sometime. It's Monday. I'm gonna give you the 7th. If you don't respond by the 7th, which will be next Sunday, which is normally when I do my videos. Let me think here. I want to be fair. All right, you need to contact me by the 8th, next Monday. We're going to be 1 solid week, next Monday the 8th. If I do not get a response from you, the winner is going to be number 2, JD Sniper Head. If JD Sniper Head doesn't get a hold of me by the 15th, Frank Buck is going to be the winner. So congratulations to Lizard Boy Gaming. You are the winner of the dash cam Jeep from New Bright RC. I want to thank all the other entrants for entering like I did last time. Just really cool of everybody to enter. Cool you guys to support the channel. I know everybody can't win, but today's winner is Lizard Boy Gaming 24. Actually, oh, I also wanted to take mention of my buddy Sean B here. He sent me some cool things, and I'm going to be hanging this thing up. He sent me this awesome calendar with a bunch of custom photos in there that he put together. There's his car and his ECX, Torment, and he's got pictures of Bullet in there, Richie's Mustang. So just a really, really cool personalized gift. And I have some cool stuff coming out for Sean. I've been putting stuff together for him for quite a few months, for him and his wife. She made me that awesome picture last year, the Mustangs that she drew, and I have stuff put on the side for her, and then I've been putting stuff on the side for Sean, Mustang Ford gear. So that's very, very cool of Sean. I want to thank you on camera for that. And then the last order of business I want to talk about real quick is getting to the car stuff, is that the Bullet write-ups, most of them are very old. Those of you who don't know, I own a 2001 Bullet True Blue. It's one of the rare ones. It's one of 54 produced with the options without the Mach 460 radio. One of 722 True Blue True blue bullet. That's a tongue twister. So anyway, it's a rare car, and the values don't reflect that now because they are at the bottom of the depreciation cycle, but it is an extremely rare car in terms of production. One of 54 is phenomenal. One of 722 is phenomenal. One of even 3,000 or 5,000 is phenomenal. Is what the bullet is. One of 5582 is the total production. So anyway, I stumbled across this write-up, which was posted by Jason Conizzi. I'm not sure how you say that, but it was on Late Model Restoration, which is a great place to order parts from. I order from American Muscle and I order from Late Model Restoration. Please excuse all the noise. I am downstairs, and I've talked about this before, where my furnace and hot water heater make all kinds of noise, and then I got to yell over it. So anyway, this article was posted 11/30/2017. All the other bullet articles that I've seen were posted, 03, 01, 04, long time ago. So this guy does a fantastic write-up on it with all the information, and I printed it off. It's got pictures, photo, the stuff, all the specs, and it shows the update. Ford had updated originally the bullet came out, it was stated it had 275 horsepower in the original brochure that I have. Then when it was produced, when they sent it out, they knocked it to 265, which was underrated, which I always thought it was underrated. And the reason that they did that is what I believe and what I've read is that they didn't want to steal the thunder away from the 01 Cobra. So they wanted to have a little more definite line between them so people would still buy the Cobra. So now Ford has updated that horsepower, that the 275 horsepower was the true figure, which makes more sense for the mods that he has. But very cool that they came out with a new article. I'm noticing the values on the bullet are starting to climb a little bit. They are coming out with a 2019 bullet, which I've talked about before. I got that from Inside Information. My father-in-law's friend owns a Ford dealer. I got that information from them. I've been talking about that for a few months. There's been all kinds of stuff all over the internet. Are they making it? Are they not? It's not going to be an 18. It's going to be a 19 model year. So it's going to come out at the end of this year. There will be a 2019 bullet. Everybody is hyped up on the S550, which is the new Mustang that's out from 2015 to present. Now they have a newly designed for 18. Has some changes, but to the untrained eye, it looks pretty similar. So there's a lot of people that are hyped up on the new Mustang. A lot of people don't even know what a 2001 bullet is, but because of the 19 coming out at the 50th, this year is the 50th anniversary from the Bullet movie, which started the old 68. There's going to be a lot of hype on this car, and I believe that some of this hype is going to trickle down to the older models like the 01 and the 08, 09 that they had as well. So that's all the rambling I'm going to do. This is an extremely long video today, guys. I appreciate you sticking around for the video, but it's an end of year kind of recap, kind of cover a bunch of things at once. Rich Ramble session, you name it, it's all there. Until next time, Rich from 2RC Productions signing out, thanking everyone for all the support of the channel, wishing everybody a happy and blessed new year. We'll see you on the next one.